Welcome to Vacation Station, hosted by Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazines.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Big Blend Radio's second Tuesday food, wine, and travel show with the International Food, Wine, Travel Writers Association. We call them IFTWA because that's a big name and they do get around a lot. So you can check out their website, ifwtwa.org. And today we're excited to head out to Southern California to welcome back Kim Glenn from Travel Costa Mesa. And she's joining us to give us an update on what to experience in the City of Arts. You know what? The City of Arts, the Arts, excuse me, is really getting ready to have a big opening. It's a big art museum opening that's been in the works for, I believe, over 10 years. We've got to talk about shopping. We've got to talk about dining. We've got to talk about beach adventures, park adventures. There's a lot going on in Costa Mesa. So everyone go to travelcostamesa.com. But welcome back, Kim. How are you?
Hi, good to see you. I'm good.
Hey, you
Thank
do.
you.
Hey, this excited. I've got the beach behind me because that's what we did, and you've got the art, and we did that too. So, like the City of the Arts, I know you have performing arts and everything. You've got a public art trail, which we love. But tell us about this big news because I remember there was some construction going on when we were there.
Yes, and it is finally coming to completion. You mentioned 10 years. I've been with this organization 10 years, and we've first heard about the Orange County Museum of Art. Originally was in Newport Beach and is moving to Costa Mesa. And so now that is finally coming to fruition this October. The new ACMA is opening at the Segerstrom Center for the Arts Plaza. So we'll be on the same plaza as the Performing Arts Theater, which is great. It's a 53,000 square foot facility that is also being touted as a community space too. So there's going to be a lot of open space, outdoor sculptures, along with the art that will be in the museum. They'll be able to host events and all kinds of things. So we're super, super excited. The opening of the decade, we're calling it for us in Costa Mesa. So
I think it's exciting because when museums come into town, like fine art museums and this kind of, Orange County Museum of Art, that really puts, when you talk about being the city of the arts, this just adds this whole other level of destination. Like this you guys are serious. You know what I mean? It's like
it really does. I mean, we have an incredible concert hall, the Renee Henry Segerstrom Concert Hall, which hosts world famous concert pianists, musicians. We have dance. We have the Pacific Symphony, chorale, all the Broadway productions. We're about to welcome Hamilton back to Segerstrom Center for the Arts.
That's exciting.
And yes, that is coming too. So it is absolutely this capsule of the arts right there in the middle of Orange County in Costa Mesa. And we also have some great, funky street art and things too, murals.
Dolly Parton. Oh, come on. That is one of the best murals, too. But
it is
so colorful. I mean, because what I think is so great is that you are close to all the theme parks, obviously, and you're in Orange County, but you're just like this cute hub. Like you could park and experience all the shopping, but the public art just kind of does this. You've got refined shops, the refined retail, therapy adventure. But then it's like you've got the funk. You've got like the shopping places like the Lab and the Camp. And, to me, the art just kind of reminds people to have fun.
Definitely. And world famous artists like my screen behind me is a mural by Shepard Fairey, who's pretty well known. And he did a City of the Arts, this welcome home mural that you can see off our 405 freeway in Costa Mesa. We have art by Isamu Noguchi. He created a sculpture garden because he was friends with the Segerstrom family. And so it's representative of the different landscape and the different, let's say, geographical things you would find in California, native vegetation and things like
Mhm.
that. So we've got a sculpture garden. We've got, and you mentioned our art walk. We do offer a free audio tour on travelcostamesa.com/art walk. If you just do one word, art walk, it will come up, and it goes through 20 different pieces of art, public free art that are available in Costa Mesa. And you can do the stop. You can actually just do it right on your mobile phone. And it will tell you at each stop about that particular piece, when it was made, the artist, and hopefully some fun facts for everyone to enjoy. So
Yeah.
we're trying to run the gamut here of of what we
But
offer.
it's amazing to me, just the location and what you can experience, and when we got there, we started off at the hotel, at the Marriott, which had just done this massive renovation. And we got to go from the rooftop and look out and go, okay, this is where we are. It was like really cool. I don't know if you're allowed to always go up on the rooftop. We had a special guide that snuck us up there, but that hotel, just seems the the brand hotels are becoming more and more attached to their community and reflecting that within their decor inside the hotels. And that was one of the hotels I think that had done such an outstanding job of being part of the community.
It's an excellent point. The hotels that are right in this theater and arts district is
Mm.
what we call this small area that houses Segerstrom and a couple of our hotel properties, the Arts Plaza. Um, uh, you will find art within the hotel properties as well. The
Yes,
other one there is Avenue of the Arts. It's a tribute
right.
Folio Hotel. A lot of arts within there, music pieces. At the Westin, there, South Coast Plaza, there's actually an art piece in there called Neptune Water Spots that is one of the stops on our audio tour. So you go into the hotel and actually find one of these amazing pieces of art. So everyone has done in that community, in this community, incorporating things that celebrate the arts. It's really fun.
And walking out there is really great. I mean, it's kind of like that hotel hub where you've got all the water features and you can go for a stroll. And I think that's something really cool. As soon as if you've been on the road getting somewhere, first thing you want to do is kind of relax, freshen up, shake off the road drama, right? And
Yeah.
maybe have a glass of wine, which they did bring us wine and lava cake, by the way, just saying. It was
It sounds
great.
like they took good care of you. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, we had wine and they were like, well, let's go for a stroll. And I mean, I didn't expect this. And it was interesting because it seems like the hospitality and the living community are very connected too. We're walking around this water feature, we're seeing art.
Mhm.
And you can really just step out of your hotel and kind of shake off the road. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think, you travel too, that it's like, okay, you need to have that buffer time, and they do it very well because you can walk, see art, see nature, birds, and have wine
And and
and
have fun,
cocktails.
most importantly now. The walkability is great, yes, and we have obviously this very favorable climate in Southern California. So most days
Yeah.
of the year you can be out walking around. You can walk all the way to from this theater and arts district to South Coast Plaza. It's not far. There's actually a pedestrian bridge that goes over one of our roads of town that goes right to South Coast Plaza. That is the largest shopping center in the West Coast. Over 250 boutiques, over 30
Wow.
restaurants. There's a Michelin star restaurant inside South Coast Plaza, plus every designer you can think of, Gucci to Hermes to Louis Vuitton. So you really have this wonderful, and I don't want to leave out the rest of our city, of course, other hotels, other areas where we have murals, but this theater and arts district is really kind of the crown jewel of the city and what it offers.
Mm. So shopping is a big deal, obviously, too. I mean, when you step out, there's the boutiques, like you're saying, and here's all these, high-end brand names. But then you've got the camp and the lab, which I think were the anti-mall kind of
Yes.
experiences, and that's where the funk is. We went to a brewery. I mean, it was like we went to a Italian. Is it Vitali? I remember
Yes,
trying to say this.
Italy
Vitally.
Cafe. Yep, with the
Yeah.
gelato, so good.
Oh
And their
my gosh.
coffee.
Wine outside again. I'm sorry, there's just something happens about being outside with wine is a really nice way Way to be.
And you
And
can
you do
do it
have
in
the
Costa
weather for it.
Mesa. Yeah, there's the wine
Yeah.
lab there too, where you can do wine tasting. And they've got organic wines, and they actually
Wow.
eco-friendly. They're not receiving wines in bottles. They're actually receiving them in large quantities, like I'll call it like a keg, to
Yeah.
be more eco-friendly, but they're on tap. So
That actually was one of the things I noticed about Costa Mesa was how eco-friendly everything, where we were, everyone was very conscious about what they were doing. And also in education, it didn't seem like it was just like, hey, we're eco-friendly, but it was this education way, but not pointing fingers. It was done in a very good way.
Uh, yeah, we've got two, you mentioned the lab and the camp, these sister retail properties, outdoor shopping and dining experiences. They're funky, but they're very much about being eco-friendly shops in there. We talked about the wine lab and how they're trying to reduce their use of glass bottles. And they've repurposed land and made it into kind of funky art spaces, hanging out spaces. The lab was actually a goggle making factory during the war years ago, and they
Wow.
just repurposed that space into these, different containers. Some of the stores just have Airstream trailers, and that's their retail space. So they're really, really cool, fun outdoor spaces that are absolutely thinking about being friendly to the environment too.
Yeah,
And
even
reusing.
the plants make sense. It's like they're low water,
Yeah.
plants, the landscaping is really cool. But I also noticed, and this is very important, that they are on the brewery trail. So you have a brewery trail as well in
Yes,
Costa Mesa.
yes, we have a few breweries right there in the city, and they're all within almost walking distance, but I would say, especially if you are not in a big hurry and you want to stroll through, Green Cheek Brewery, we have Bootleggers Brewery, they're within the lab and the camp
We went there to
area.
bootlickers. Yeah, that was
And
fun.
that's called the Sobeka district, that part of
Oh,
town where you'll find a lot of these breweries. So that's a fun offering too. We Costa Mesa even has its own ramen row, where we have one street that has, and it goes around a corner, but has a variety of different ramen spots that have becoming famous. Even in Los Angeles, people are coming down to go to some of these ramen spots. So we have these really interesting enclaves of different kinds of food and
mm.
experiences outside of the theater and arts district too.
And let's talk about avocado toast. Is it the outpost kitchen that we went to? Oh my gosh.
I know.
That is the best avocado toast on the planet. And no, yeah, it's the Outpost Kitchen. Yes.
Outpost kitchen, yes,
And yeah,
absolutely.
and Bootleggers Brewery. I was like, bootlickers, where am I going? Like, I think I'm stuck in moonshine land up here. We're recording from North Carolina. This is the home of moonshine and NASCAR, So but yeah, bootleggers. Hey, and that's close because there was running down on anyway on your coast years ago.
For
So
sure.
anyway, yeah, but why not? But yeah, the Outpost Kitchen, that avocado toast, I will never forget it. It was just amazing. And what was also cool is there's options for like we were talking about eco-conscious, but it seemed like the dining spots were very aware of people's dietary restrictions or dietary choices. So if you choose to be vegan, there's an
Mhm.
option for you, which I think is nice because you don't find that across the country.
Very much so. There's a lot of places that will provide gluten-free, vegan options. I mean, I would say most of the restaurants will actually keep that in mind. And then, of course, a few specifically vegan restaurants. When I think of Seabird's Kitchen at the lab, there's also a second Seabird's at South Coast Plaza. Incredible vegan food, like so good. And I'm not a vegan, but I wouldn't, if you brought me there, I'd say I don't miss anything,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a great food. So Outpost Kitchens, breakfast, brunch, everything, but really I do dream about that avocado toast too.
You know what I'm talking about. That is like there is something about that. I was like, okay, I'm in California. I got to do this because that's the one thing about traveling the country. I'm always like, I'm scared of an avocado shortage. Like I really am. I like it's a paranoia from living in the Southwest in California. Um, it's a paranoia. Like, what if there's no avocado? And
No, no, no. Let's not think about it. Let's not.
so when we were there and I saw avocado, I'm like, I must have it. And it was the best, the absolute
No.
best.
The
You have Michelin star three Michelin star
We
restaurants,
do, we do. And so when you're talking about City of the Arts, it translates, we talked about fashion
culinary arts. Yeah.
and food. Yes. So three Michelin star restaurants in Costa Mesa, the only ones in Orange County, as a matter of fact. So we
Wow.
have an embarrassment of riches. We have one is French. I mentioned at South Coast Plaza, it's Knife Pleat. We have Hanare Sushi, which is actually at the lab. Very exclusive omakase
Wow.
style experience, 10 seats plus a chef's table. Like it's
Wow.
very small but incredible
You're
experience.
gonna have to make a reservation for sure.
Yeah,
at
you got to
home,
plan
right?
ahead for that one.
Yeah, yeah.
And the third one is Taco Maria, which is at SoCo and the OC
Ooh.
Mix. We didn't talk about another great retail shopping and dining facility with some outdoor space. But Taco Maria, their chef Carlos Salgado has been recognized as a James Beard Award finalist multiple times.
Wow.
So, and it's just it's their food is just it's very, very special. It's tacos elevated, it's different kinds of seafood, things that Carlos
Yeah, and
learned.
yeah, taco. I mean, that's just like, yeah.
I know tacos always in California. This is a very Carlos, the restaurant's named after his mother Maria, but also elevated. He took her recipes, these home style recipes from Mexico, and just took them to the next level. So it's really, really fantastic too.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, what about getting, you eat all this food, you're shopping. So shopping does take energy. So that's a sport on itself, actually, when we think about also the holiday season coming. So it's a good time to get out. I would say go ahead of time so you enjoy your shopping. I always say that everybody wants to wait to that last minute and it becomes crabby and not fun. I'd say book a vacation where shopping's part of the daily thing. You can eat, but we need to go and have some exercise, some outdoor time. And Fairview Park, I know you were on the show before with Cynthia talking about Fairview Park is amazing. And it is a urban jewel with so much history, and then just all the birds and the flowers and the wetland areas, the views. So there's that, but you've got the beaches. Newport is right there, right? So that's your close beach within a
Yes,
mile.
and Huntington.
And Huntington too.
Costa Mesa's southernmost point is about a mile from the Pacific Ocean. The Huntington Beach is the world famous, where they hold the U.S. Open of Surfing. That's right next door to us. So it's a very easy few minutes ride or drive to the beach right from there. And then Newport is just to the south, also very close. So yeah, we're offering all these great activities and things within the city and urban experience, but you are minutes from the beach too. And if you are making Orange County a destination for multiple days, you're 20 or so minutes from Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. So it's a great place. We think Costa Mesa is a great place to even stay if you're doing trips around Orange County, but
Yeah.
a great destination in itself too.
Yeah, because it's not too cluttered, like it's not too cityfied. You know what I mean? Where to me, it was an easy drive in and to navigate the area. So to me, and it's fun. It's got all these different vibes to it, all the different districts you're talking about, but it's not this, it's not like LA, and I'm not knocking LA. I love LA, but like you can handle it, So to
Yeah.
me, it's a nice hub.
Agreed.
It is like you could go book like a week and do these day trips like Disneyland or something. And Disneyland, that's a workout.
No
It
kidding.
is. It is. What about golf? Do you have golf nearby for those who enjoy that kind of thing?
Yeah, we have a couple of public courses, but if somebody's looking for a really high level experience for just a few minutes from like Pelican Hill Golf Course, there's several of them on the water by Newport. So that's definitely something that you could find easily within just a few minutes of the city.
Very cool. So what happens in the holiday season? Do you have any main events and things like that?
You know what? Segerstrom Center for the Arts will definitely have, they usually have an annual Christmas show that will be, it's a mariachi show. It's a fantastic show that I've gone to before, and
Oh
they
my
do
gosh,
that
I like
every
that.
holiday season. They have events on the Plaza. They have in the town center square, which is just around Segerstrom Center for the Arts, we'll put up a Christmas tree that'll be about 100 feet tall. And that's right outside the West and South Coast Plaza. So there's tons of events that we have going on through the holiday season. Knowing people are coming to South Coast Plaza to go shopping, why don't you spend some more time in the city too? We have the other big thing they've had is the Winter Wonderland Winter Fest that they have at Orange County Fair and Event Center, which we haven't talked too much about, where we have
Yeah.
a fair every year. But they also will do a winter fest there where they'll do snow and ice skating and all
Oh,
kinds of
cool.
things you can't imagine you see in Southern California. So there's a lot going on over the holidays, and it's still manageable to be outside and not freeze your, you know what.
Yeah. See, and this is the way, that's how I'm saying about like holiday shopping. It's like it should just be part of that daily, daily vacation experience. And then you can go ice skating and then go outside and go, okay, I really don't need a massive jacket,
Yes,
24/7.
moving
So
around, wearing boots. Nope, none of that there.
listen, I know about that. As we travel, like all of a sudden you get into temperatures that you're going, I'm from California. Like even when we lived in the mountains in California, we didn't need this kind of like, this is like you need to permanently live on toddies to get through it. I can't, that
Oh,
amount of snow, everyone just go to California, go to Costa Mesa. It's you'll manage to handle it,
just
and that's
go. We welcome you. Bring your
yeah.
sunglasses.
I know, right? Sunglasses in winter. What is spring like? Well, we were there in spring. And to me, California in spring is, oh my gosh, it is so pretty. The roadways are full of wildflowers and poppies, and Fairview Park is beautiful. So, are there events that happen in spring, summer?
It might be unbeatable. It might be the unbeatable time of the year anywhere, because you do have the sun, you do start, getting warm. You can be outside. We have Talbot Nature Preserve, which has miles and miles of bike trails.
Oh,
The park that you mentioned, Fairview Park, beautiful lakes and waterfalls. There's all kinds of outdoor events that you can do, and there's even trails that go all the way through Newport Beach. You can get all the way to the beach if you're industrious enough to be riding your bike or hiking trails. So it really, there's a little bit of something for everybody, I like to think. But
mm.
spring is a beautiful time to come
So
to.
is fall. Fall on the beach is cool. And if you're lucky, you can see the whales because they start in the like late fall, don't they? The whales going by if you're at the coast.
Yeah, and Dana Point is famous for that. Dana Point is about let's say 20 or 30 minutes south of us.
Not a
Uh,
biggie.
no, within a drive, and they have whale watching tours and all kinds of stuff. So they'll take you out on the boat, and you can actually see them out in their homes swimming by. Every once in a while, you'll see them in other areas like Newport, but Dana Point's pretty well known for whale watching.
See, this is the first time we talked with you guys at Travel Costa Mesa. We were talking about, it just seemed like, oh, you guys are like in the center, like you're the hub. And I remember talking about this because I was trying to look at it geographically. And then when Nancy and I visited last spring, we're like, oh my gosh, they really are. Like, I know we talk about it, but then once we were there, we're like, it's so easy to navigate. And you really could just, the hotel experience is amazing. And you have different hotels too, like different, yeah, do you have Airbnbs and that kind of thing and there
Um,
was mostly hotels.
Well, all kinds of different options to stay,
Mm.
of course.
Yeah.
Um, but
And what about conventions? Are they coming back? Because, how's that
it's
doing now?
it's slow. Costa Mesa specifically does not have a convention center, so we're not able to host huge groups, but we are focused on doing small, medium-sized groups, about 100 people or so, that our hotel properties can handle. We have a lot of really, really unique outdoor space and indoor space. And a lot of our hotels will offer a little bit of both, which is great. You have a ballroom, you can open the doors, and you have an outdoor space at the same time. There is something about that when you're in a conference hall all day to be able
Let
to
me
just
out.
walk outside. Uh,
Yeah.
I mentioned the sculpture garden. You can host events there. There's going to be opportunities at ACMA. There's opportunities at Segerstrom Center for the Arts to host events. So there's a lot of different ways that Costa Mesa can host events too. Not quite a convention center, but we can do some bigger things too.
I think it's the perfect size for, especially now as we get out of the COVID land, and get into somewhat normal. Smaller groups are kind of the way to go, but I know weddings are coming back, I'm seeing that. So do you see yourself, or the area being, people were doing little teeny weddings, and now I see them, get a little bit bigger.
A little bigger. Yeah. People are starting to not be as nervous
Mhm.
anymore. I've seen wedding photography done at Noguchi Garden at Segerstrom Center for the Arts. And it's a really stunning arts plaza that we've got there. And the pictures are just jaw dropping. Lots of brides will come to do their wedding events there, sometimes photography. But it's just some really beautiful venues, and you can count on the weather generally cooperating with you and not having to worry
That's
about getting
nice.
rained out and things like that. So absolutely, we can help with people doing group events, weddings. We have a great destination sales executive that works for our organization too, that helps coordinate that with hotel properties or with
That's cool.
venues in the city.
That's really cool because, like, saying, going back to you guys being a really cool Orange County hub, like if you're in a retreat or, the business, I'm not talking those giant ones, but like those retreats and the smaller business functions, and meetings, conferences, you want to have those breakout sessions. And, so if it could be, hey, let's go on a whale watching cruise as a team building thing, or like
Yeah.
everybody don't get seasick. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? You're going to go out and have a good time. You need to have that play time. And I think it's something where businesses, I know it's all been kind of in a flux, but companies, with having so much of a more remote workforce, are looking at, okay, we need to come together at some place and, develop our teams, work together, rekindle that. And so fun has to be built into the conference. If you don't include the fun, no one's going to go away like passionate and happy about what they were supposed to learn. So I think that's what's so great about your area, is that you can build in something small or big on fun, depending on the size and what, who you are as a group leader.
For sure. And if Costa Mesa doesn't offer something specific, Orange County is so diverse and the offerings are incredible. You want to do, go-karts or
Oh, that's
big
cool. That's
boats or
perfect. Yeah,
these kinds of
go-kart.
things. All of those can happen. So we do have a lot of different choices.
And I want to say, all companies, if you're going to get your employees to go to a conference, you should give them shopping carts to go shopping. You've got all these shopping outlets. Like, come on, let people go shopping. It's a
let them
bonus.
go shop, let them walk.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And get
I
something
love
to
it.
eat too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much, Kim. It is a pleasure to have you back on the show and to talk about Costa Mesa. It's a beautiful destination. Everyone, travel costamesa.com. And of course, we want to thank the International Food Wine Travel Writers Association. We love our second Fridays and our second Tuesday shows with them. Every second Friday, we chat with travel writers who tell us about their adventures across the country and around the world. Every second Tuesday, we chat with destinations like Costa Mesa, California, to find out where to visit. And, IFTWA, they are having their annual convention and marketplace, and that is happening this weekend, September 18th through 21 in St. Petersburg, Florida. I believe you're going to go, Kim. You're going to
I
go
will
say
be
hi to
there.
everybody.
I'm very excited. I will be there. It'll be my first time at the conference. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and saying hello.
I know, because it'll be beyond the webinars and the Zoom calls, and
Yes, we'll be in person.
yay, it's so exciting to see it happen. So everyone, ifwtwa.org is the website. Great place if you're a destination or a travel writer, photographer, anybody in the hospitality and tourism industry. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome organization. We've been working with them for Oh man, a gazillion years. I'm, feeling older every time I talk about it. So everyone else, of course, keep up with us at bigblendradio.com and sign up for our newsletter while you're there. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, Lisa. Always great to chat with you.